and good evening, East Africa. Welcome to the last Wednesday of the year. I'm telling you, 2020 has been one of those years that has actually had the most unprecedented event ever. We've never seen this thing before, the COVID-19. It actually stretched from 2020 and it slid itself through 2021. But guess what? We thank the Lord we are here now more than ever. I'm yours truly, Shadrach Shagaf Kisame. And if it's Wednesday, it's all about the desk, folks. You better sit back, relax, better eat in for, don't even stand up, because tonight I have a young man. I'm telling you, these days young men are actually enterprising. They are thinking outside the box. And we as the desk, remember, is the continent's leading intellectual platform, actually the highest platform for solution finding. So minds and games and brains like these, we often bring them to this platform so they can tell us and also maybe inspire some of you who are actually watching. But tonight we have a young man. He is in gaming. Now you parents who think, hey, move game, move computer, I'm telling you, this man, he's actually made it into a business. Welcome to the show, man.
Yes.
Good to see you, man.
Fine, thank you. How are you?
How are you? I'm very well. How are you?
I'm very fine, thank you.
So this is actually the last Wednesday of the year.
Yes, very much so.
Goodbye 2021. Are you happy we are leaving 2021 or you're sad?
No. Very happy.
It's been one of those.
Let's leave it in the back. Yes.
I'm telling you. So if you can introduce yourself to the viewers and what you do.
Okay. My name is Francis Ssemambo, and as you said, I'm a gaming enthusiast. And yeah, so I work at Gamers Empire at Kansanga, so it's like a gaming parlor. So we have, a lot of things to do with games there.
Right.
Like a racing simulator, we have virtual reality, we have PS5s, we have PCs, the whole works.
So before we even dive into what you do, let's just talk about the passion. How did you finally say, hey, I want to venture into gaming as a profession?
That was much later in my life, but I realized as I was growing up, it was just the thing for me. I think when I was young, my dad bought us like a kid's computer, and you just hooked on the thing. But day in, day out, you knew everything about computers, about games. But it's after like university, I realized I had an affinity towards technology and games, and so I ventured into.
So what did you study at the university?
Computer science.
Computer science. Yes. So now you wasted a whole degree in computer science. So this man here is telling us on national television he wasted a whole degree of computer science into games. How does your degree how is it relevant in the business that you're doing?
Well, I deal with computers, and computers have a technical side, and computer science is the technical side. If I don't know what, for example, most of these things are not here, so I have to buy them, right? So with computer science, I have that the technology is not here. So if we have to procure it from outside, I have to know what's compatible with what, and that's something I had to, you have to learn in computer science. You have to know what cables, what works with what works with the other one, and if you don't have such knowledge, you bring them here and waste a lot of money getting more things that are compatible. So computer science did help me.
Right. So all these things that we're talking about, maybe if you can just explain to the viewers what kind of games or types do I call them products in this business? What are the products in this gaming business?
By products, mean what games are there?
Yeah.
Oh, there are very many. There is role-playing games. This is where you can create a character and follow through and build him. If you want him to have to be a bad guy, a good guy, you go through that thingy. You go through that process. Right. There's a first-person shooter where you only it's like it gives you that first-person view. Yeah. And you just
you're just shooting.
And those were the basics. But now, with virtual reality, there's a much more, your senses are now much more than intellect. They are strained with more physical things. For example, the racing simulator, rather than, now you have to time when you brake, time when you accelerate.
So let me get this. Like, now with games, it's not like how we used to play Need for Speed. You're just doing. Now you will feel when you knock, you will feel you've knocked.
Exactly. And also with virtual reality, you put on a headset. With virtual reality gaming, you put on a headset, and now you have to physically move. Like if they're shooting at you, you have to dodge. If they are, if you're skiing, you know, if you're boxing as well, you have to. You also, you have to put your guard up.
You can feel the jab.
Not yet, but
not yet. So
but we're there. We're coming there.
Where you will feel the jab, the guy has hit you.
Then you have to think that kind of technology is not far in the future. Because if right now our phones can give us that vibrating feel.
Right.
Imagine if we made a suit that had haptic feedback. So when they hit you, you'd feel it. Then you leave out something. Okay, that leave here.
I'm telling you, it feels like I am so old yet I'm not.
But that's the beauty of it. Virtual reality has a low learning curve. For example, you can drive a car. So you know there's a gas pedal, there is a brake pedal, and the clutch. So basically all you have to do now is just put on the racing mind rather than Kampala roads, borders, what. And we find that at Gamers Empire, where I work, you find a lot of parents who may think, it's for kids. You find them at least trying that, seeing that VR, at least, you know, I can move my body so I can participate. So now we see a lot of age groups entering into gaming, because gaming is now broader.
As we go for a short break, I just want to find out of what is the importance of these games that you guys do? Why does Shadrach need it?
It builds hand-eye coordination. It keeps your, you know, it doesn't dull your senses. It keeps your senses sharp. Right? We've seen in COVID that a lot of people are dying of boredom.
People are dying of what?
Guys are dying of boredom. And we've seen communities grow out of gaming. So that's like a friendship thing. People keep friends in games, right? Like for example, I can play Call of Duty and play with people outside but there's that sort of connection, you know, in times where, let's say, we're all locked up. Games can give you that connection. Like we're not able to meet physically, but you know, you can enter a game and play with someone.
Oh, so you can enter a game while someone is on the other computer. How do you do that? You need the internet?
For some games, yes. Some you can need like a personal network, but yeah, you need the internet for that.
So you communicate through...
You communicate through the game. So you can just have friends elsewhere. It's like takes having a pen pal to the next level.
I'm telling you, this gaming thing, is it a waste of money?
No, it's not.
It's not a waste of money.
It's like, is a TV a waste of money?
No, but with TV I'm informed. With TV I can watch Shadrach, who is teaching us business nuggets.
But also a game, you're entertained the same way.
So it's an entertainment aspect?
Yeah, it's entertainment.
Does it have any health hazard?
Yeah, if you overdo it. I would tell people for example, don't play long hours. Don't play for long hours.
So how will you make money as a business?
If we don't, if people don't play for long hours.
Yeah.
But we're not open 24/7 as well, so.
So it's like cigarettes where they say excessive consumption is harmful to them.
I would say the same, because the same is the same with a mobile phone. They tell you to take breaks because the blue light is not good for you. Yeah, but then again, however much it is good for hand-eye coordination, you just have to give your body a break and let it, you know.
You as a person, how often do you play it?
Like, if the game is very interesting, maybe 9 hours.
Let's go for a short break. When we come back, we talk to this young man and we find out what is the future as a computer science student. Do they think they can manufacture things here? What is slowing us? What are the hindrances? Other than exporting, can we manufacture games here? After the break, we talk to him, we find out. Do not go where you are on the continent's leading intellectual platform, The Desk. Now in this festive season, all you have to do is actually call your family members, check on them as you enjoy the warmth of family. This is what Christmas is all about. This is what festivity is all about. Do not be selfish. Hit them up, call them up and wish them a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, because they really need this Happy New Year as we anticipate and we get closer to the opening up in January. If, like the president said, you hit 4.8 million people that should be vaccinated. Now we hope, pray and anticipate that by the time we come to next week, January 2022, everyone will be vaccinated and we shall be able to open up the economy and see things get better. But you can follow this very lovely discussion on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Do it for Shadrach Kisame. Now if you've not followed me yet, you have a minute. You have to pause, reach for your phone and type in Shadrach Kisame, like the page on Facebook and follow me on Instagram, and you'll definitely be able to get everything and anything I am about and the desk is actually about. But we're still with Francis Ssemambo. He's actually from Gamers Empire. These are people that have taken a front row seat in gaming, pressing buttons.
But
you guys,
you've seen it's much more than pressing buttons now.
Now it's driving, it is moving your head. But let's just talk about, you went to school,
yes,
for computer science.
Yes.
How hard is developing this thing, where you develop the software and the hardware yourself? How far are we, I mean Uganda, from this reality?
Actually, we're not very far. Making a game from start to finish needs a lot of people, a lot of
components put together.
So now you need the artists. They will draw the concept of the, let's say, the characters. Okay, you need to find the direction where the game wants to go.
Right. So you need a creative or concept. Yeah.
And then you need the game developers, which can be the people who, one, create make whatever was drawn on paper into 3D. Then there are people who code like what each action would do, like the button. This button will make this do this. How, you know? Now it's broken down into many things that we all have. We have computer scientists, we have computer engineers, we have artists, all graduating, right?
Okay. So we have artists, the ones who will conceptualize everything,
yes,
draw the concept,
yes,
put it on paper.
So
what is the difference between a computer scientist and a computer engineer in terms of operation?
Well, computer scientists, now the computer engineer can deal more in hardware. He will make software meet hardware. Now a computer scientist may stay in software alone. Then the computer hardware will make sure that, oh, when I press this button, this does this, you know?
This is, okay, we're digressing, but how different are the two?
That's as different as I can explain it. You want me to really enter into the...
No, so how different are they? So the computer engineer, kanika.
Fine, yes. Yes, we'll make sure that the game runs on the hardware very well.
Because there are people watching you, there are parents who are watching you down there, and they're torn between Omwana Jana Mugamba, Bampa de Computer Engineering, Makerere University. Then Omwana Gamba, no Wagundi, Yakola Computer Science, but they cannot differentiate. Even people who are learned, they cannot. Like for me, when you go to, I do not really know. So what are the clear-cut distinctions between a computer scientist and a computer engineer?
Okay, now, as a computer scientist, I did programming. So basically, I would run an IDE, as we call it, and then write the code. Like,
so you can do a website.
It's much bigger than a website, but yes, I can.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And now a computer engineer can go further than that. And actually, the best example I can give you, there's a website.
Yeah.
And then there's an operating system. So now you see an operating system makes it easy that you, who presses the hardware, does something on the software. Whereas I, who did software, I'm the one who, let's say, dictates what that does in the software. I hope.
So it's more of you guys dealing with software.
Yes.
And then these guys deal with the hardware.
Yes.
Ah.
Now you asked how far are we from?
Yeah. Yes.
Not very far. NITA opened up an ICT thing in Namavi, which is supposed to assemble things.
Yeah.
Now imagine if we use a line and we can assemble our own. You remember brick games?
Yes, brick games. Yes.
That's very possible right now as we are.
But isn't that so long ago? Brick game
just saying that's the basic.
Was trending. A brick game was trending like 20 years ago.
What I mean is not exactly brick game, because that ICT thing can assemble, let's say, a phone.
Yeah.
We can. What I mean is we can design that. Okay. We can design our own, let's say, sort of colored, whatever brick game, but we're not very far. We have Bubu running.
Yes.
We have Bubu running, and it's not very hard to get a couple of people together and design some small buy Uganda, build Uganda.
So you mean we in Uganda have the manpower to build virtual reality?
Virtual reality. Virtual reality is a different thing, but yes, given time, we do.
Guys can.
We can.
So how can government come into this space to make it a much conducive space for, let's say, one, for the creative or the production process, like what we just talked about, and then two, the business aspect?
The creative process, I would say Bubu Expo, because Bubu Expo, I've only seen like commercial things. It would be fun if we have a gaming
person who is exhibiting.
Yeah, we can like create a, like maybe for Expo 2022 when we open up, or 2021. I don't know if we had one this year.
Yeah,
we can just can have our tent there. Oh look, we made like a small
robot. But I heard they were making a robot. Did they make a robot?
I'm not sure. I don't know. But rather than a robot, like an actual game, like whether it's on mobile, whether it's on what, but to showcase that yes, we do have the people here and we do have the manpower. Whereas business, government does not necessarily, because you can just get the things, put them down, and
taxes. Don't they tax you guys?
Yeah, they do.
So wouldn't you need policymakers to reduce a little of that?
To reduce, okay, yeah. But then wouldn't that work if we, and that's why we're trying to showcase that gaming is profitable, gaming should be listened to, and likewise, yes, ease up on the taxes.
Yeah, so business price on average, how much do you think you make in a month?
Average? Plenty. I'm not going to say that yet.
Wow, so it's a real business, like people make real money?
Yeah, but the beauty of gaming, there are so many things you can earn from, right? Now, yes, we can be a place you can come and play games. Pay, you play, right? But then the actual thing, other things like streaming, right? In the world of gaming, there are those people who stream.
Stream what?
Like they stream themselves playing games, and people make cash.
What do you mean streaming? Well, like explain.
For example, you make like on Twitch. There's an app called Twitch on YouTube. Someone just goes, puts it there, and says, "Hey guys, welcome to my channel. You're going to watch me play Call of Duty," and people watch him play Call of Duty, and
they get views, and they
get viewers, they get viewership money. They also on Twitch, I've seen people can contribute. As people watch, people can actually put money like $2 to what and stuff like that. And people, the more popular you are, the much more the much more viewers you have.
How is that going? Like people just start streaming, and I just want to watch you. Ride a car or something like that?
Yeah, because it's similar to a vlog. Basically, if you think about it, it's like a vlog, and vlogs are very popular right now.
Yeah.
There is streaming, so then the individual jobs in making a game are profitable. Then there's also esports. You've heard of esports?
Yeah,
people come together and compete. I've seen there was a kid in UK who his mom actually used to tell him, get off the game.
Yeah.
But then he won an esports thing and bought her a house. But that's okay. If that's too far away. Right now, there's a Call of Duty Mountain Dew thing going on mobile, and those who get really good points every week, they get a PS5. Something that's so rare, something that you didn't pay so much. The game is free. All you have to do is keep playing it, and you get a PS5. Kenya is ways ahead of us, and they have esports things happening.
So let me ask, and those Sibia Bazungu.
No. How is it for white
even Ugandans? Isn't this a foreign thing that do we need games?
It's not foreign, but rather new. What do you mean, do we need games?
Like, do we need games? On your center and
you have to get it any way you can.
So before we go for a short break, now that the kids will be going back to school in January, will you have business?
Yeah, from their parents, who now will come and drive.
So what is your clientele? How does your clientele look like? School going kids or
There's school, there's university, because we're in Kansanga, so we're next to IUE. When the exams hit people, they just slope and be like, you need to wind down. Funny thing is, I also have a client who he brought his kids, but ever since then he comes by himself. He's like, don't tell my kids I'm here.
so he comes to play?
Yeah, he comes to play. So we're all over the place.
So it's like a stress reliever. I am telling you. Let's go for a short break. When we come back, we're still with Mr. Ssemambo here. Very passionate about games, gaming. He's trying to sell to us the idea that we need games. We need to play games as older people, as Ugandans. However, you have to be the judge, but do not go where you are still on the desk. Now, if you just joined us, I'm afraid you've missed two quite insightful and also mind-boggling segments of this week's episode of The Desk, where we're talking about games. We just talked a lot about virtual reality, computer engineering, computer science, quite a lot. We've really dug deep into this, but we are broadcasting here at our home, Nile Avenue, actually in the heart of Kampala, Nakasero Hill at UBC. But guess what? You are on U24 now. We trust that every time you watch U24, you're inspired, you're motivated, and above all, you are educated. Like tonight, we're having a little bit of education here and there about computer engineering, computer science, and quite a lot. Now, we've seen the build up of this thing, and this young man actually says that you actually can make these things here in Uganda. We're not so far away off. You should only be optimistic. Now, I know a lot of policymakers watch this thing, they watch The Desk, and for tonight's episode, there's something to pick. Uganda is not far away from building these things, and they are not just for the Western world. You know, a lot of people think it's a waste of money, it's a waste of this, but you pitching to us, you're telling us that we really need this. So, for a young man who is watching down there and they have been disillusioned and by their parents telling them, oh, get off the games, get off computers, now it's a money-making thing. What do you have, first of all, to tell that child and also the parent?
Well, the child, if you're enthusiastic about games, don't stop. That's the beauty of it, because by playing games, you enter into this world where you can also form more worlds. Like I don't. Okay, actually, for parents, don't take your kids away from them, away from games, because this is a new industry that's larger than music and movies combined.
No way.
Put money.
So wait, gaming is larger than music and movies combined. In what sense? In terms of revenue?
Yes, I'd say in terms of revenue.
How is that?
And also intellectual property. You guys watched Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
That's from a game. And games have very many things like avenues, the merchandise and whatever. So I don't know how to.
Form of what? Oh yeah, the merchandise. Like every year there's something they upgrade, and it's
there's something they have to upgrade. This when a new console comes out, they sell so much. It's an always thing. But now, like, okay, for a movie, fine. Avengers came out, it made $1 billion.
$1 billion.
But it came out, it can only make that much, let's say, in 5-6 months. But now games is a continuous thing.
It keeps coming out.
It keeps coming out, and right now, even getting into gaming is much easier. But yes, it is a bigger thing that you don't want your kids to not participate in. There's so much they can think, and also should I say a stereotype?
It's a stereotype, yes.
To think that they are wasting their time. Fine, you can help them regulate it. But other than that, it's like a different canvas, like where your mind can explore and think. Because the whole point of I would want to tell parents, your kids may not stay at playing games.
Yeah.
He may make the next game.
Oh, okay. So that's very important. So your kid may not just play it,
Yes.
but they may end up getting so much consumed by it, and they make a game.
They make a game. They make.
So if let's say we made a game, let's say you made a game, where would you sell it?
Yeah, Africa.
To who?
Actually, no. Actually, it will be a worldwide game.
Exactly, but whom do you sell it to?
Everyone.
How do they access it? How do you monetize it?
How do I monetize it? Well, it depends. If I've made it for the current gaming consoles, then it will just be
When you say gaming console, what do you mean?
PS5, Xboxes, PC. So you can just put it on their platforms, and whoever wants to play it will go there.
And they'll buy it. Okay,
They'll
so
buy it.
a gaming console is an avenue, a platform that has a collection of games that have been built by different individuals.
Yes.
So people buy there, and you get your share every time they buy.
Yes.
So are there games that these guys have bought permanently?
Which games? The consoles?
The consoles.
Yes.
So how much could that be, say, if a console is buying your game?
Rather than a console buying your game, a game developer might buy your game. Now, for example, if I made, this is just a very popular example, if I made a very exciting soccer game,
Right.
EA, you know EA?
The ones that make the
FIFA,
right.
or other NFL, if they have interest in it, they can purchase my game.
Can they copy it and do it?
No. It's if you copyrighted it, then no.
How do you copyright it?
You have to
because you're helping someone. Someone might have an idea, and before you know it, they blow it. That's why I'm asking all these questions so that they can know what to do.
Or you have to register it as an IP. What makes it different, and no one else will be able to steal it. We have lawyers who do that. I'm not sure about the actual process, but I remember someone taking me through it. Just register it as an IP, and if any of those things you have registered come out anywhere in the market, you can hold those people accountable.
Okay, so after you register the copyright, then you go to a game developer.
You want the game developer to do it, or you are doing it yourself?
Either way. Either way.
Sure, then you sell them the idea. But actually, if you do that, then they'll have to take it, wouldn't they?
They would have to take it. So,
Yes.
but if you go your own route.
If you go your own route, that's when you have to protect it. You have to copyright it.
So when you copyright it, then you take it to the platforms, the game consoles.
Yes.
Then so when someone is trying to like download or something, they buy a few cents. So it's according to the number of downloads, or what? They buy them off there. I want to understand.
Yes, like you buy it, and okay, you have an account on this platform, kind of like a Google Play account.
Right.
So when you buy it, you have bought, let's say, a license. So you are able to download it on any place that your account is on. So you have bought it for life, really. It's not per download. Per download will just show how exciting maybe your game is, or how good your game is doing. Maybe that's why they put that.
That analysis has always been downloaded 1 million times.
It gives that fire. Like if you have investors, they'll know that's their data now.
If you are in a position of power right now, what would you do for your industry? What's the first thing you do?
Maybe tell people to buy more games. As you said, reduce taxes is there. But one thing I would want to do is, now I'm very interested at Bubu.
Bubu, buy
Yes.
Uganda, build Uganda.
Yeah, I would want to put together a team of sorts and be able to showcase what is possible here.
What do you think is slowing down that Bubu process where people can manufacture Ugandan products, or what do you think is slowing down the production?
I don't know if I should say I don't know, bad management, or I.
But the creatives, you're there. You guys are there.
At Bubu? No, not yet.
So there are no creatives at Bubu.
By creatives in the gaming thing?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
So what would it take for you guys to get there and showcase?
Well, we have to collect ourselves.
You're on TV. You're on TV.
Well, for us to be there,
Yeah. So that you can exhibit this that you're making.
I guess we just have to show up. That's
I
just
think
it.
you need to knock on those doors hard enough so that you
Very
can be
much so.
heard.
Yes.
It's a wrap, Francis. Thank you very much for coming to the
Thanks
show.
for having me.
Yeah. We've been talking games. I've never talked games on the show,
Are you serious?
but there's a business aspect to it.
There is.
I've had a lot to learn. I've dived deep into computer science. I've dived deep into a lot.
But let me ask, do you have a game on your phone?
Yeah.
Which game is that?
Let me see. I have 2 games. Let me see. I have Candy Crush. Temporan.
You know the interesting thing about Candy Crush?
Yeah.
Was it sold in 2014 for like $1 billion?
Candy Crush.
Something that simple can make that much money.
Candy Crush was sold for $1 billion.
Was it $1 billion? It was like an exorbitant amount.
So how do they make their money back?
As in, you have sold your company. As in, now you have $1 billion. What are you going to do with it? Make another game, maybe. But what I want to show is that imagine something so simple, sold for that much or had that much value. Now, that would be my takeaway to, let's say, parents and kids. That you know what, they could look simple, they could look like time wasting, but with just the right attitude, one, the market, yes, or the general public, and also just a strategic thing you can just enter in and hit it back.
Right, but isn't this like for someone who is watching you saying chikuba mutwe ochibuli, and they saying baby abagaga? Because like
Even cars were for the rich
before.
and slowly mobile phones were for the rich. 20 years just passed and anything technological apparently is for the rich, for the whites.
No.
But just
So it needs to be a mind shift.
a mind shift that it's no longer for the rich. Everyone
Alright.
can participate.
All right, now I'm telling you. Now Francis here tells us that mind shift is important in this technological era that we're moving in, and also the COVID-19 has showed us that digital is the way to go, as actually coming close and interacting in person, physical, is becoming more minimal because of COVID. Digital has been the way to go. Digital has kept us through this nightmare of COVID. But Francis here tells us that if we give it just the right attitude, the right mindset, we actually be where we need to be. Now for me and the entire U24 management would like to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Next week actually we'll be here and it will be in the new year. Now see you in the new year 2022. Now more than ever, I'm still yours truly, Shadrach Shagraf Kisame, and of course I wanted to say same place next week, but same place next year. See you in 2022. God bless Uganda, for good and my country. Ciao.